Okay, now that I got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the step-by-step tutorial. The first thing you want to do, depending on what brand computer you have, whether you have a Dell or a HP or Acer or whatever kind of computer you have, you will need to go into the BIOS and change the boot sequence. Or if you have a boot menu, you can go into that as well. Now, depending on which computer you have, there are a few ways of doing this. What you would do, you will restart your computer, and whenever the manufacturer's logo come up, like in this case, this is Dell, what you do is you let it start loading until you see what function key that you need to hit to get into the BIOS. Now, if the loading screen goes a little too fast for you, what you can do when you first see the F function keys on there, what you can do is hit pause break on your keyboard here, and it'll freeze that right there so that you can see which function key that you need to hit to get into the BIOS. And sometimes they might not be function keys, it might be something simple as escape or something like that. Now, in this example right here, you can see that there's an F function up here that I can press to get into the boot menu. Now, it's your choice of whether you want to go into CMOS and change the boot order, or you just want to go into the boot menu. Not all CMOSs look the same, as you can see here. They're all a little bit different. I'm just showing you 3 examples right now, but there's a few more out there. Now, don't get scared. Even though yours might look different or something like that, it's pretty much easy to do. All you have to do is look for something that says boot or advance or boot sequence, something about boot. Okay, and that's all you have to do. Find that and then just change the boot order. Like in this case right here, as you can see, is like you got hard drive and then CD-ROM. What you want to do, you want to change the boot order to boot off the CD-ROM before the hard drive. And down here at the bottom, you'll see some directions on how to do that. Then once you do that, just make sure that you exit and then save, or exit and save. Like in this case right here, F10 is to save and exit. Okay, let's say that you decided to do it the easy way and go through the boot menu. That is, if your computer actually has a boot menu that you can go into. From here, it's pretty easy to do. All you have to do is just pick your CD-ROM drive. Okay, from here on out, I'm going to be reading step-by-step instructions that I went ahead and wrote down just so I won't forget anything. So here we go. Okay, assuming that you've already done all that and you're ready to install Windows, you've changed the boot order. Now, the only thing you do is, you have your installation CD in, and you've come to the screen where it says press any key to continue. From here, it's pretty much simple and straightforward. You're going to get this Windows loading file screen here. Then you're going to get the Microsoft loading screen, as you can see right here. It's going to come to this screen, and then finally you can get to this install screen right here. Okay, from here you may choose your language options by selecting from the drop downs. Also, you can select time and currency format and keyboard or input method here. I decided to leave everything to the US, but it would be better for selecting the current settings here for non-English users. Okay, now you will get to this screen. This is where the installation wizard begins. The install options will now lead you to advanced install options for repairing a corrupt installation. The repair of your computer button located at the bottom left can be used. For a fresh install, just click the install now button. Now for this demonstration, we just want to go ahead and click install now. From here, you just go ahead and click accept the license terms and then click next. Okay, this screen provides us with 2 options. Upgrade and custom advance. The upgrade option is for those who wish to upgrade an existing installation of an older version of Windows to Windows 7. It is confirmed that Windows Vista mostly can be upgraded to Windows 7. Not all Windows XP computers can be upgraded to Windows 7. It just depends on how good your computer motherboard is and CPU and stuff. And also how much RAM you have as well. I'll go ahead and give you Windows 7 system requirements. Okay, the system requirements for Windows 7. If you want to run Windows 7 on your PC, here's what it takes. 1 GHz or faster 32-bit or 64-bit processor. 1 GB of RAM, 32-bit, or 2 GB of RAM for a 62-bit operating system. 16 GB available hard disk space for a 32-bit, or 20 GB hard drive space for a 64-bit. DirectX 9 graphics device with a WDDM 1.0 or higher driver. Okay, if you don't know what all you have in your computer, get this program. It's called Specky. What Specky will do, it'll read all your system's information and tell you what all's in your computer. It'll tell you what kind of motherboard you have. It'll give you detailed information on your motherboard. It will tell you what kind of graphics card you have and details on that, hard drive, details on your hard drive, and so on and so on. So get this program if you don't know what all your computer has. Now, for our purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to choose Custom and install a fresh new copy of Windows. Now, since we clicked on the custom, it will bring us to this install location selection screen. In this case, we have an unpartitioned empty disk, but in the case of a normal installation, all your hard drive partitions, C, D, etc., will be listed here. Choose the drive as you like. A 15 gigabyte size is recommended, or more is recommended. Make sure that the drive does not have any important data, or the Windows 7 installation will wipe all the contents of that partition. You can back up the data to another partition. Example, for installing in D drive, move important files from there to, let's say, E drive, or an external USB for safekeeping. In other words, if you want to save some of your important data like music, pictures, documents, and stuff like that, I suggest you move all the important data to like an external hard drive or another partition in your hard drive. Okay, if you just want to just have Windows install on your whole hard drive without making a partition or anything like that, you could do so. Just click on your hard drive there and then just click next to install the operating system on there. But if you want to create a partition, this is what you would do. Okay, from here, click the drive option advanced for advanced partition management option like delete, format, new, extended. To create a new partition, click the new button. But if you have a list of partitions in the previous screen, choose the one where you are planning to install Windows 7 and click Format. Then click Next to proceed. Okay, next, the new option provides a text box to enter in the size of partition that you wish to create. And it does it in megabytes, not gigabytes. In this case, I'll opt for the full size of the virtual drive, which is 9,260 megabytes. Click the Apply button to continue. You may be greeted with a message to ensure that all Windows features work correctly. Windows might create additional partitions for system files. This is a new feature in Windows 7 to have small boot partitions for system files. Click the OK button to continue. Okay, so here we are. The new primary partition of 8.8 gigabyte is created along with the system type partition of 200 megabytes. Select the partition you just created and click next to continue, and it will come to this page right here. And this one is just going to copy the files, expand the files, install features, installing updates, and completion of installation. This part right here could take a little while to do. Okay, from here there's no real need for any user interactions until it's done completing. It's probably going to start your computer a couple of times. You won't have to do anything until it asks you for the name of your computer. But you know, from here you can probably go find something to do and stuff like that, because it is going to take a little while to do. Even though you see right here it's going by pretty quickly, but for you it's going to take a long time to do. Okay, from here what you want to do is go ahead and type in a username for your computer, then type in the computer name. Okay, next you just go ahead and enter a password, re-enter your password, and then give a hint, just in case you might forget your password. Okay, next what you need to do is go ahead and enter in the product key. Dashes will be added automatically, so you don't need to put the dashes. Then after that, you can go ahead and leave a check right there, automatically activate Windows when I'm online, and then click next. Okay, next is the recommended security settings. Just use the recommended settings and it'll take you to the next screen. Next will be your time, date, and time zone. Well, you could pretty much figure this out. I mean, don't take a genius to figure this one out. Next is basically your network setting. If you're at home and you're connected to your home network, just click on Home Network. If you're at work, Work Network. If you're in a you're in a public network like Wi-Fi or something like that, you want to pick Public. Okay, next one here is asking you if you want to create a home group. basically, if you have other computers that have Windows 7 on there or something like that, then this makes it pretty much easy to do. Also, if you have like an Xbox or something like that, this way here kind of help you out too, to connect, to share your pictures, music, and videos with the Xbox or PlayStation or even Wii, I believe. Now from here, it's going to pretty much finish up here, and then it's going to take us to the welcome screen. Then it's going to ask for your username and password if you set up a username and password. Then from there you should be done. Although your Windows 7 won't look like this, it's done and it'll have the traditional Windows 7 wallpaper on there.